Let's go to Pauline Hanson now, the One Nation leader. She joins us live from Scenic Rim in Queensland. Thanks for staying there. You would have been interested in what Jeff Kennett had to say there as well. Pauline, your thoughts?
It was interesting what he was saying. He said she should just stick with it and see what the government can achieve with it. And I think it's totally wrong. The public want to know what your policies are. Now, talk about give her time. She's been a member of Parliament for, since 2010 or something, around about that time. The climate change has been an issue since that time. They should have more of an idea, and to put a plan out there. Andrew Hastie and quite a few others within the Liberal Party, and Matt Canavan and Alex Antic and a few of them, and Barnaby Joyce, are absolutely fed up with the climate change and the path they're heading. And they want to speak up about it. I don't blame them. Industries manufacturing has been a big issue of mine right from 1996. I've been speaking about it. They can see the writing on the wall, and they're getting frustrated with their own party, with their own leader, because they don't see anything happening. People need to know, you can't just leave it to the last few months to come out with policies. People want to know what your policies are, what you're going to do about it. And over 30% of people think it's unachievable of what the government is giving us in this climate change. So, I disagree with what Jeff Kennett said, and I disagree. I don't believe she's going to I don't think she'll make a good leader at all.
We will see. We will see. That policy review is still going on.
Yep.
At least does leave a vacuum, and they need a platform to argue their case from. We'll see what happens. We're told not to expect too much till early in the new year. Now, I want to get your thoughts on the political maverick Nigel Farage. You, of course, are a political maverick yourself, Pauline Hanson, so you know where he's coming from. The difference is, of course, according to the polls and because of the system in the UK, he is potentially the next Prime Minister of the UK in the years to come, something, of course, that you couldn't have delivered. But is it then advisable for Anthony Albanese to ignore him? Is he not the most significant figure in UK politics at the moment, and Albo ought to actually break bread with him?
It's only sheer arrogance on behalf of Anthony Albanese to go over there and not have a meeting with him. It was okay for him to have a meeting with the opposition leader. That's where they have the attitude. It's just a two-party system, and it's the same thing here. They don't want to acknowledge the minor parties, and he's gathering so much momentum over there. He'll win over 300 seats based on today's polling. So he could be the future Prime Minister. It's sheer arrogance the way these treated him, and I think it's disgusting. And I think it's terrible the way he's treated Nigel Farage.
Now, I noticed that given the trouble with the major parties continuing now, that your polling for One Nation in most of the polls is continuing to increase. I don't know whether you can sustain that. I don't know how much longer you're going to stay in politics, Pauline, but what are you looking at doing to capitalise on your stronger polling? Are you looking at lower house seats again in the future, or concentrating on the Senate?
At this stage, Chris, I will be standing for the Senate at the next election. Yes, I do have the younger generation coming through, and I think it's important to do that. I want to grow the party for them to actually be government further down the track, whether it be state or eventually opposition and maybe government in Australia. The people, what's happened since the election, yes, we have doubled in our polling since the election. We've actually, since the Charlie Kirk incident, we increased our membership of 5%, and our membership since the election has grown quite a lot. I'm very impressed with it. We're rolling out branches across the country, and the people are coming aboard. The National Party members walked away from their branch in Tamworth and coming across the One Nation. And as I said, prominent people have actually come across the One Nation. They're fed up with the major political parties. They're fed up with the Liberal National Party of not delivering for them. So I will keep driving it. I will keep putting pressure on them. I will bring out the policies. I'm totally opposed to net zero, and it's destroying our industries. I'm also, come out strongly against the mass migration that we're having at the moment. And that's the impact it's having, and that's why the Greens are dropping their percentage in the cities.